All right. Welcome to the Contact Center Show, your number one contact center podcast. We are broadcasting live from Orlando, Florida at the ICMI Expo, and we have got a guest. Bob Furness is right here live in person with me. I get to tell him he's right in person. Good to see you, man. We've got a guest, Erica. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm a little intimidated.
Well, listen, all you have to do is agree with me.
Is have fun. There's no intimidation. Like we won't
She needs to agree with me.
We won't treat you the way we treat each other. We promise.
No, you guys are fun. I'm excited about it.
Well,
so tell us a little bit. I heard Brad. It was Nate mentioned you. So tell us a little bit about what you do at ICMI. I think most people know, but I know you from a long time. You've been in this industry for a long time. I think you left us for a while and then came back. So tell us what you do at ICMI.
So I worked at ICMI from 2013 to 2019, leading community. Because what Nate said was so true about the power of community. We all need each other, right? Like we can all sit and do our work down at our desks, heads down, but we need people.
Yeah.
And I think if anything over the last few years, we've learned that even more, power of connection. So I'm here to help everyone connect with one another so that you have a team of support, people to cheer you on, people that you can cry with.
Crying? Yeah, there's a lot of crying in this.
And so I did leave for a bit. COVID happened. I had my first child.
Congratulations.
And then I found my way back to this community. I've kept in touch with so many of the wonderful people that are here. So Tara reached out to me and said, hey, we have a role opening up. And so I am back. And my goal is to help everyone here do better at their day-to-day jobs. That's really the crux of what I'm here to do.
So what we'd love to do is to hear from you a little bit about what you've heard since you've been back. And one of the most important things that I hear in the contact center is attrition and the impact that attrition makes in a contact center. What are you hearing from the community about attrition?
Oh my God, absolutely. It's funny because I stepped away in 2019 and it's the same. It's the same as it was in 2019. Fundamentally, the things that you're all challenged with, it's less about the AI, it's all about the people. How do you keep people engaged? How do you make sure that the people that you hire care about what they're doing? How do you empower them with the tools that they need to grow in their careers? It's all the things that Brad shared, right?
So what are they telling you about what they're doing to hang on to them? Is it really about the culture? I mean, we're also probably one of the few places in the country you talked about that we're the only organization that measures going to the bathroom. We've probably also bought more pizza and passed it out.
That's going to fix the whole problem.
Than any organization. Does that fix the problem?
Absolutely does not fix the problem. And I think people know that, but back to your challenge, it's like we can go all day to the CEO and say, we need to invest in our people. We need to improve the culture. But so often it comes down to that bottom line.
Yeah.
Show me the money. And I think that's just a fundamental challenge that we have not yet solved.
Yeah, it's a soft metric.
Yeah, I think we will solve it. I hope folks don't see me as pessimistic. I think I'm saying the job's not done.
Yeah.
This contact center is a value center, and we need to close the gap. And that's why conferences like this exist. But to that point about conferences, since COVID, what would you say to folks who go, what do I get here in person, in Orlando, in ICMI, that I can't get over a video conference? Why are in-person events still relevant?
Because connection is so important. It's a basic, fundamental human need to connect with people like you. There's something so powerful about meeting with people who are actually in your shoes, to know that you're not alone in whatever you are struggling with, but also to have somebody there to cheer you on, to celebrate your successes with. We all have a fundamental need to connect with one another. And I find that the time that I spend in the few days here each year does more for my growth and development than like if I took a course every day of the year online. You just can't beat it.
So Mas and I actually met at ICMI about 15 years ago.
2007, yeah.
2007. And I've had the great opportunity to speak at ICMI over the years, and that's going to make me nervous. I've had a great opportunity to speak at ICMI over the past years, and something that I typically start out my session with while people are filing in, I want to know if I was doing the right thing. So I've said, if you're sitting next to somebody that you know, you need to get up and move to somewhere next to somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
I saw people in the first session, hey, come over here. I know you. Come sit with me. And there's a whole table of people from the same company sitting together, commiserating about their contact center. Right. Because when I went home from the calls from ICMI, I always felt like I met somebody that was doing it a lot better than I did it. I wanted to contact them and be like them and have community with them.
Totally. This is where you find your mentors.
And then I also had people that I went, holy crap, they suck.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. And I want to go meet them and see if I can mentor them.
Yeah.
Right? So is that a good thing? Do you agree?
It's an amazing thing. I was just talking to Leslie Oakhaven earlier. I was catching up with her, and she said, my goal for this week is to meet 100 new people. And I thought,
100.
That's a really awesome goal. I kind of want to steal that goal.
Wow.
Like I challenge 200.
100.
100. And Leslie will do it. I'm going to ask you, for our guests, we ask a fun question. Last time I did this with Nate Brown,
The milk.
there were people, anyway, he was giving health advice.
Yes.
So I'll ask you a different question.
I'm not going to get health advice.
By the way, Nate Brown is coming to our podcast on Thursday at 2:00. We'll have to ask him about the milk.
Raw milk. He gave out people should drink raw milk, and I advised them don't kill off my listeners. All right. Tell me a purchase you've made under $50.
Yeah.
That's been the most consequential to you.
As of late, this is kind of embarrassing. I have a really bad back, and I bought these salon pass patches.
Yes.
To prepare myself for the event this week. So I just found out last week I have degenerative disc disease of the back, and it's been the best purchase I've made in a while. Highly recommend it for back pain.
Under $50?
It was $10, and you get 60.
So you're sitting here very warm on your back right now?
It's like warm and cool at the same time,
Okay,
which is kind of great in Florida.
That's awesome.
So to go back to this event again, for those again who are not here, those who are in the audience, I hear this then a lot about conferences, which is they tend to be buy this easy button, buy this piece of technology and all of my life, and we need technology to be sure. And they go, well, I'm getting those pictures on LinkedIn anyway. You talked about community, you talked about mentorship. What else? Why else should people get out of their house, as Bob says, put on pants and come to in-person events today?
It's a commitment, right?
Yeah.
It's getting out. So one of the things that I've always loved and appreciated about ICMI is that we've never really subscribed to the mentality that you can press an easy button and fix things. I think technology is amazing, but ultimately have to have people powering that technology. And what makes ICMI so unique is the knowledge sharing that happens here. You've got people like Brad Cleveland, who've literally written the Contact Center Bible here, sharing knowledge. You've got people like Nate Brown up on stage, sharing all of his years of expertise.
And milk advice.
Right? That's a bonus, added perk, right? You can't get that.
You missed two people.
Bob and Moss.
There you go. Okay, that's good. That was good.
I mean, that goes without saying, right?
But we're about to run out of time. But before I let you go, I gotta ask you the most important question.
Yeah.
You just heard Bob yet again be wrong about this topic about average handle time. And in determining whether we'll have you back on the show, who is right on this topic? Team socialism, no average handle time on agent scorecards, or Mr. Realistic here? We have to measure average handle time.
Here's what I think, and it's so. I'm glad you brought this up because, funny enough, the last time I was here, I did a session.
Oh,
And here's what I
the
think.
reason here. Come on.
I think in a way you're both right.
Oh,
Wait,
come
no.
on.
No. Here's why. We can't stop measuring AHT,
I
right?
agree.
However,
Oh.
I don't think it belongs on the agent's scorecard.
Boom.
If we are measuring it and paying attention to it on the back end, it is the manager, the supervisor, the coach's job to coach the behavior that will lead to the AHT.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well,
I'll be here all week.
socialism is growing. Another socialist take on average handle time. But Erica, we want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you
You
for
were
having me.
fantastic. Looking forward to having you on, and maybe given that last take you just had.
I think Bob's in.
If you are,
I think I can invite
you,
you.
you think you can. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. If you're listening, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back.
60
with the
seconds.
Contact
Don't
Center show.
leave. 60 seconds. We got a good crowd. Don't leave.